So, so yeah, it's been a lot of it's been challenging not only to, for the past week to kind of witness what's been happening after the first hurricane, especially in the southeast. And now there's another one. It's like just trauma upon trauma, and that can be really hard. And it's kind of like it shakes us up out of our reality of like feeling safe and feeling like, we kind of go about our lives. And I don't know about you all, but I had this feeling of guilt yesterday. Like my husband and I were watching some show and we were having tea, and I was like, I just was like, I feel guilty right now, because there's other people who don't have any of this and they're really suffering. And so, some of you might feel that way too, because if we can feel so helpless when we see people suffering, and there's not much we can do. And it's like, we start to go in these states of cognitive dissonance and trying to understand why it happened. I will say, I have some questions about what happened. How does a hurricane get that high up in the mountains? It's tricky because we want to not, um, we want to, we want to understand and to not allow things like this to happen. But um, what do I want to say? I think there's some valid questions that we have to ask about how this happened and why so extreme. That's all I'll say. There's more we can talk about weather manipulation and geoengineering because it does happen. It's a real thing. Um, but is it helpful to kind of go into that place of fear? Two things can be true at once. There's the poles shifting, there's natural disasters, but is there something more nefarious going on? Unfortunately, I think there might be. But regardless of that, there are people who are suffering, and one of the most important things we can do, I believe, is bringing in light, bringing in healing, bringing our, the energy from our hearts to help those who are suffering. There's been all these studies done um, on the power of meditation and people coming together, focusing their energy and really helping others heal. Really has a powerful effect. It's a real thing. The power of prayer, of intention, it's a vibration that we tap into, and we certainly need it really badly, especially those in North Carolina, in the Western North Carolina, who it sounds like it's much worse than it's being portrayed, the state of what people are experiencing there, like apocalyptic. And it's hard to even fathom. It's hard to even just wrap your mind around this. For me too. It's I was saying to my husband, it's like the angels crying, when there's something like this that happens. And now there's another thing, and now there's this other hurricane. So there's a few things I was thinking we could do this evening. One, bringing our light, bringing our intention together to help ease the suffering of those who are without shelter, trying to find food, trying to just, find their loved ones, or grieving their loved ones, or grieving the loss of their animals, and helping them find an ease to their suffering, and ease to their suffering, and ease, and so they can heal. And then this is a thing, literally a thing. And we actually were doing this in the hypnotherapy class I teach just last night. We were imagining this other hurricane diminishing in its strength and shrinking down and maybe going out to sea, just, calming. Um, and there's some power there. I really believe that there's something that's possible for us to collectively focus our intention. There's so many people doing that, bringing in prayer for this other hurricane. So let's see what comes up, and let's focus our energy on healing, on light, on the earth, just, softening. Because there is another thing I will say, when I go in the Akashic Records, I'll just tell you a few things real quick. When I have asked, about the weather changes, there's going to be more weather changes happening. Now, whether we call it climate change or whatever we attribute that to, whether if it's being done by humans, probably it's all of the above, right? What I saw was the poles shifting in the earth, that this is something that happens every 16,000 years, that the poles shift. And so there's these natural things that are happening because the poles are shifting. There's, floods and storms and things like that. That's the first thing I saw. This was about, a few months ago. But recently, after the Hurricane Helene, I looked at this hurricane in North Carolina. What I saw was energy of it being pushed there. And so that's all I'm going to say, right? It was being pushed there. So a lot of questions, a lot of answers that we all deserve. But I haven't actually gone in recently and asked more questions about it, and that's in the Akashic records. They don't want to create fear. They want us to focus on, the highest and best good, the highest and best possible timeline. But so let's do that. All right. So whenever you're ready, if you're still with me, you can close your eyes. And we're just going to begin to connect in with our breath, connect into our bodies. Just notice how you're feeling. There might be an emotion that's in your body right now. It could be fear, it could be anger, it could be guilt. Just taking a moment just to notice what it is you're feeling. If you can just observe it. Where is that feeling in your body? Can you label it? Does it have a color? Is it moving? Does it have a vibration? And just noticing the feeling right now can help it dissipate a little bit. Even though we can't make it go away, nor do we want to. It needs to be expressed, it needs to be felt. Can we allow this to be our experience? As my wise friend of mine, Mark Silver, says, is love available even here? He's a Sufi. Sufism, is love available even here? Even though we are in this state of sort of disbelief and fear and worry and shock, is there love present in the midst of all this? Is there a higher perspective? It can be difficult to think there's a reason, and that's not what we're doing here, but just having that question, is there a higher perspective? I mean, we may not know what it is, nor are we meant to, but we can rise above into light and know that there are forces of light. There are angels, there are loving beings who are with us, who are watching and trying to help. And there's also timelines, ascension timelines, contracts, soul contracts, the earth's contract. There are energies at play that may not, that are larger than can be controlled. And can we accept that? And with those larger energies, we can ask for healing. We can ask for light. We can ask for comfort. We can ask for an ease to suffering, calling upon divine beings of light, legions of angels, our star galactic friends who've been watching out for Earth and trying to help Earth and all humans, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Sirians, maybe there's some Andromedans. Thanking them for helping us, asking them to help us more, asking the angels, asking ascended masters, all connected to the Holy Spirit of all that is, the source, the creator, to God. We call upon these divine sources to be with us, to help humans who are suffering, to help animals, to help ease the pain of those who are suffering, and to protect those who may be in harm's way and keep them safe. And our hearts open to this intention, open to this light, and feel this light beginning to flow into your body and out through your heart. It's amplified out through your heart, and this light, like a rainbow, like a flood of light, a stream of light can flow out into the world through each of our hearts to where it's needed. The energy of love, the energy of healing, the energy of calming the storm. Feel that and allow that now. May the hearts of those who are in fear, who are in pain, who are suffering, may they feel this love. May their situations be helped. May they feel comforted. May they feel loved. And may all the resources, food, shelter, tools, support that they need, find them without barriers, find them with ease, find them with swiftly and smoothly and successfully. See and feel this happening. Whether you're focusing your energy on the destruction that was, maybe you sit there for a while in those places, or whether you focus your energy on the places that are at risk and asking the potential destruction to move, to diminish. Just choose, maybe you go back and forth, maybe you choose one, wherever you feel guided. Through the heart, love pouring out and touching the hearts of these beautiful souls in need. May the energy of the storm be calmed. May it shrink down. May we see people being relieved that it wasn't that bad, and hear that and be grateful. See it happening. Feel this occurring. And may those who are sitting in the aftermath, living in the aftermath of such destruction, let's check in again with them. May they find comfort and peace and find homes and find healing quickly for their highest good. Imagining all this energy we've generated is swirling around now and just wrapping humanity, especially any and all suffering in the world, just wrapping everyone in light, like a nice warm hug. And the animals too, and the earth, herself, Gaia. Just imagining this cocoon of light. It's wrapping the earth, is surrounding the earth in protection and healing. And you can even do that to yourself, just giving yourself a nice hug. As within, so without. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands in prayer position, just offering up your own silent prayer, or hold them over your heart, whatever feels right as we close this meditation and this prayer. Just offering light on your own. If you're ready, you can take a deep breath in, exhaling out, stretching out, coming back into your body, moving and opening your eyes. Thank you for being here, everyone. Brittany, oh, Katie, you're in Florida. Oh, gosh. Sending prayers to you in particular. And may you be safe. So thank you all for joining me. I hope this was helpful in some way, and just keep the prayers going. I've been doing that whenever I can. Just took a nap this afternoon. We did that at dinner. It's a lot. There's grief. Even I feel it now. I'm sure a lot of you do. Just a lot of grief, a lot of pain in the collective. But we will move through this, and all we can do now is hope and pray and send light and send love and money, resources. I don't know if those of you, it's hard to know who sent it to. I'd heard Samaritan's Purse was a good place to donate. There's also some GoFundMe's out there for people who were, victims of the recent hurricane. So I'm sure there's ways to find things, but I do believe it will help. Yes, Joanne, I do believe. One can only hope. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. You just trust made a difference in some way. I really believe it did. All right. Take care. May you be blessed. Bye.